I want to come on today to do a quick video. I know it's been a while since I've released any videos. Just, life stuff got in the way, and I'm hoping to do some more. I have a few video ideas that I'm going to be working on over the next couple days. I'm not sure what order things will come out in. This may be the first video you see, just because I think this will be the easiest to edit and get up. I have a couple videos planned. Got some really interesting books and some new decks and stuff over the last couple months that I haven't really talked about that I would like to showcase. I might just do like a kind of like a quick haul video to show a few things. Show the bulk of things, but then I'll probably only really dive into a couple of things, or things that I feel like I have something at least interesting to say about them, or that I just really like. There's, some of the stuff I got, there's already a ton of videos on, and I don't know if just adding more noise into it makes any sense. But what I want to talk about today is this new to me deck that I picked up. I was actually ordering a Blu-ray disc from Severin Films. One of my favorite directors is Peter Greenaway, and they just recently released Drowning by Numbers on a 4K Blu-ray with an exclusive slipcover that was drawn by Peter Greenaway. So I really wanted it. Really nice looking disc. So while I was on the set, though, on the site, I realized I came across this, the Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched folk horror oracle deck. Now, I did not know about this. I knew about the documentary that this is related to, and obviously I've seen a bunch of the movies, but I had no idea that this oracle deck existed. So it seems like it came out in 2020, 2021, whenever they did the documentary, which is, as I said, Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched. Again, put out by Severin Films. This was kind of done in conjunction with that. They just really wanted to, I guess, make some cool merch for it, and I think this is what fits better to a folk horror set than an oracle deck. So basically, they made this, as they say in their own words, unearth your own secret wisdom with this mini oracle deck meant to illuminate your pathway through awful forms and forgotten horrors. Just nice, pleasant. What's interesting is that this was only a 20 card deck. Now, as much as I like the artwork on it, I don't know if I actually would have bought this if I knew about it back in the day, just because 20 cards is a little light for an usable oracle card, or oracle deck, in my opinion. I saw this, and then what caught my eye is that they released what they're calling a booster pack for it. This is what just came out. They reprinted this recently. And then, this is the all-new set. So, which is an additional 20 cards. So basically, what Severin did was they had this documentary. I have not seen the documentary yet. I really need to watch it. But I'm familiar with folk horror and a lot of the movies that are mentioned in it. But basically, they made this set for that original thing, and then original documentary, but then they made a collection of movies released that basically are related to this, and it was called, I think it was called the Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched set. And then what they did this year is they just recently came out with another set of films released on, Blu-ray, called All the Haunts Be Ours. And what they did was they created another set of cards related to those specific films in that set. So basically what these are cards that are based on either, like, kind of movie posters or imagery that's related to the films. So why don't we go through this first set, and I can show you what I'm talking about. What's interesting is I'm assuming this is the same box that was they originally, because it does still have all the same, copyright and everything. So I'm assuming this is the original box, but like, it's a deep box for only 20 cards. I'm assuming that they had some idea that they were going to be doing an expansion pack, or as they call it, a booster pack. I hope they continue to do it, because what's better than a 40 card deck but a 60 card deck. So curious to see what comes next year, really. But so in the initial set, it came with the 20 cards, really nice backs. I really like this design. It's a really decent quality card, I'd say. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there's a nice linen finish to this. They're maybe a little thin, but really nice bounce to it. They shuffle pretty nicely. I mean, this is 20 cards is really small, so I don't want to shuffle with this now, but I'll show you later. But we'll go through these cards just real quickly, but I did want to show the guidebook. There's actually a pretty interesting little guidebook that comes with it. There's a little introduction page, and then it's just basically one page for each card. With a nice little brief description. I found it interesting. I think the descriptions are really quite good, I think, for an Oracle card. For, I'm not sure, if the creators really are super familiar with Oracle decks or tarot in general. But I think they wrote enough that's, for the movies that I am familiar with that are referenced in here. I did find that they did a nice amount of things that you can work with in your readings, but also really relating it to the subject of the film in general, or the artwork that's being portrayed from either the scene or element of that film. So, but really nice quick read through, but it's just a little booklet. Let's look at some of these cards. And, I'll just tell you, just the, to give you a quick look at how the card is laid out. So up at the top corner, you have the number of the card, and then, the title of the card is up here. So this is The Angel. This at the bottom is the name of the movie that it's referencing. Some of these are, or I'll talk about this, some of these I think are either made for TV movies, or when it comes to one of the British things, especially that I know from my childhood, that I'm a big fan of. But basically, so this is from the movie Pendus Fen. They're really nice graphical imageries that are relevant to either the movie posters or specific scenes or elements within each movie. And I think they're really well done. I think there's a nice blend of colors. I think there's a nice blend of subject matter. Given that they're all folk horror, it still runs the gamut of design while still being extremely cohesive. The artist is called Of Sticks and Bones. I'll put links to their Instagram page and their Etsy shop. They have some really great prints. There's a possession print there that they have currently that I really want to pick up. Possession's a great movie, one of my favorites. Not part of the deck. Let's look at the cards. So this is Penda's Fen, the Angel. This is Blood on Satan's Claw, the Devil. Some of these are going to be films that you probably know. Some are films that you're not going to know. Sometimes, they really run the gamut here of popular and indie movies, and across decades of time too. So you'll see. Whistle and I'll Come to You, The Spirit, The Wicker Man, The Lost, Bagpuss, the Cat, Robin Redbreast, The Robin, The Witch, The Goat, The Owl Service, The Owl, The Last Wave, The Guide, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Butcher, Oni Baba, The Demon, The Spirit of Dark and Lonely Water, The Hooded Man, Psychomania, The Writer, Valerie and Her Week of Wonders, The Maiden. I love this card. I think this is just beautifully done. Very fitting for the movie. Beast's Baby, The Mother, Witchfinder General, The Judge, another really great card. Really impactful. Children of the Stones, The Stones. This is the movie that I was referencing earlier. I remember watching this in the early to mid 80s on when I was a kid on Nickelodeon, I believe. I would show this. I remember watching it. For some reason in my mind, it's always linked with The Tomorrow People, the TV show, the original TV show back from back then. I don't know if it used to be shown at the same time or like it was a part of it. But yeah, when I saw this card, I was very happy to see, because not a lot of people talk about Children of the Stones a lot, and I always really liked it. A Field in England, The Field. Let's Scare Jessica to Death, The Lake. And Eyes of Fire, The Woods. Really, really, really nice cards. I'm really happy with these. Really nice quality. I think the imagery is really nice on them. So I was very happy to see that there was this booster pack, which gives another 20 cards, so you have 40 cards in total. What was also nice is, it comes in this velvet bag. I'm not a huge bag person, but I think the bag's pretty nice, even though it is, as you can probably tell, a magnet for cat hair. And dust. But really nice. I'm glad they didn't just throw it in another box, because, you have the original box that you can use that, as I showed, has tons of space. But what I really like that they did is they gave you another guidebook. But what they did was they included the original 20 items in this as well. So I like that you can have everything in one guidebook. You don't have to know which deck, which guidebook I have to open to look for it. Like, you can just use this guidebook. You can, throw the other one in the box and just leave it there. This guidebook will be out and available for you. It's a sewn binding. Nice quality paper. Really good print quality on it. The one thing I will say is I do wish that they would have put the name of the movie on the page as well. It's not super important because you do have it at the bottom of the card, but it would have been cool just, when you're reading through to reference, if you're not familiar with what, what the movie is. But again, no way near a deal breaker. So let's look through the rest of these cards. So this is another 20. They're numbered, starting with 21. So they're meant to be put in with the other cards. So we got Bakaneko, which I think is beautiful, beautiful artwork on that. Latan, I'm not sure how you say that. I'm not familiar with that film. The Legend of Hillbilly John. The White Reindeer. The Enchanted. Born of Fire. The Ninth Heart. And sorry, I stopped reading the titles, but for the most part they're a little bit repetitive with the title of the movie, so I think it's okay. Son to Belong. Demon. Redshift. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. The Lighthouse. In the Earth. Love this card. I think this is such a really nice representation. I really, really, really like this card. Stone Tape. The Blair Witch Project. Wake and Fright. Wisconsin Death Trip, another great card. Kill List. Pet Cemetery. And The Ritual. Again, same exact quality as the last, the first deck that I showed. It's got this nice linen finish. Overall, it's really nice set. I think the imagery in the cards are really great. I think it's a good homage to the films that they're based on, and I think as a workable deck, I think this actually works really well. I think there's enough imagery here that if you want to, if you're reading these cards in context with each other, I feel like there's enough imagery to play off of each other. There's enough elements across the cards and shifts in color and tone that I think give you the ability to really kind of work out a reading, with the guidebook as well as, just kind of like intuitively. I think there's a lot there for this. Yeah, but as I can show, I think this this deck shuffles pretty nicely. Like I said, it's a little bit on the thin side, but it does shuffle really nice. It feels really good in the hands. It's standard tarot card size. 2.75 by 4. I really should know that offhand. 4.75. I don't know if it says it. Doesn't say it. But, it's standard. It's a standard tarot size. But yeah, I think they overhand really well. They ripple shuffle really well. And as of course, I say that as I stumble. But yeah, I think they're really nice cards. Yeah, I like, I highly recommend. I'll put the link to Severin Films directly. Also, obviously the link to directly purchase each one of these. But yeah, I really highly recommend you check out the other movies and items that Severin Films has available, because there's some really real great, some gems there. So I highly recommend, supporting supporting these smaller companies where you can. You know, they all kind of need the help, and it's always nice to help support the arts. Yeah, but I mean, I think they read pretty well. You know, let's just look up, see what the let's look up the "Let's Scare Jessica to Death" card and see what that has to say. So that's number 19. The lake. The lake is calm, quiet, and sunlit, but beneath its surface something waits, something that looks normal and friendly and open, but which purely by being from the lake takes an uncanny air. Always be aware that under any tranquil setting, the seemingly friendly might hide something hostile and hungry that can hurt you, that smiles might be made of sharper teeth. These things can scare you to death. Be ready. So, I mean, I think there's enough meat there to really, like, kind of, like, take and factor into a reading, you know, and work with, you know, the placement. I mean, obviously it's interesting that, you know, with this, there's both of these are water specific, and then you have the stone. Let's look at this card, 34. The signal. The signal is recorded in the stones itself, and although it defies analysis, it tempts analysis too, and through that transforms the tools of rationality into artifacts of magic. A computer might seem at first to be an object that opposes occult meanings, but although it is made of mathematics and precision engineering, it has become obsolete almost as soon as it has been manufactured. It is a far more ephemeral artifact than anything made from wood or stone by human hands, and it is at least as vulnerable to a haunting. Don't assume that your technology is immune to the signal. It may well be in the computer. So, I mean, that could be a little bit more obtuse to read into a reading, but I think, you know, with some time spent with this and getting comfortable with the cards, I think there is some interesting readings that could come from this. You know, I don't tend to normally read straight Oracle decks. There's a few that I do really like. I really like Supra. I really like the new deck from Daniel Martin Diaz, which actually I happen to have on my desk right here, the System Oracle. It's a fantastic Oracle deck. So I think there's a few decks that you could read straight from. I mean, sometimes I just use Oracle as a clarifier, but I can see doing some readings with this, and I just need to work with it a little bit and get a little bit more comfortable with the cards and just the way that the deck is working with me. But really nice. I can't recommend this enough. It's really well done. Interesting deck. Again, I'll put all the links below. And please go support these artists where you can. There's some really nice film-related work on the artists who did these cards on their Etsy shop. So I will link to that below. Again, they're called Of Sticks and Bones. But yeah, so definitely recommend the Severin Films Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched deck, folk horror oracle deck. It really nice set. Definitely see working with this for a long time. So look forward to some more videos coming soon. I am going to try to be better about creating videos. Like I said, I'm working the next few days on a few that I've had in the works for a while. I just really needed to have the time to sit down and be able to film. I have some time right now, so I'm going to do that. Like I said, look forward to seeing some new stuff on some books, some really amazing books that I've gotten recently, as well as some new decks, some oracles, some tarot. I got some process videos that I really want to talk about, like just my practice, the way that I work with some cards, or just some of the things that I do in my practice itself. Those are going to be a little bit longer form videos that it's going to take me a little bit to get those done and up, but hopefully they'll be coming soon. So please like and subscribe. If you've seen any of these movies, or if you've used this deck, please comment below. Let me know what you think of it. I'm really excited to work with it. And yeah, it's inspired me to see some of the movies that I haven't seen that it references. I'd say I'm probably about 50-50 on what I've seen and what I haven't in the deck. So it's really cool. I always like when things get me excited about seeing new stuff. All right, bye. I'll talk to you.